Cozy English Podcast. Relax, listen, and learn.
Hello there, lovely listeners. Welcome back to Cozy English Sunday Podcast, your favorite Sunday escape where we relax, listen, and learn together.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael, and I'm here with the amazing Emma on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. How are you feeling today, Emma?
Oh, I'm feeling wonderfully cozy. I've got my favorite mug of tea, my soft blanket, and I'm ready for a heart-to-heart chat with all our listeners.
That sounds perfect. And you know what? That actually fits perfectly with today's topic. We're going to talk about describing your perfect day.
Ooh, I love this. There's something so dreamy about imagining your ideal day, don't you think? Like, what would happen if everything just went perfectly?
Absolutely. And for all our new listeners joining us, welcome to our cozy corner of the internet. Don't worry if you don't catch every word. Just get comfortable, maybe grab something warm to drink.
Yes, this is your safe space to practice English without any pressure. We're all about those good vibes and natural conversation here.
And hey, if you're enjoying our Sunday chats, we'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button. It really helps us create more cozy content for English learners like you.
Plus, ring that little bell so you never miss our weekly dose of relaxing English practice.
Perfect. Now, are you ready to dive into some perfect daydreaming?
I'm so ready. Let's paint some beautiful pictures with our words today. So, Michael, I have to start with the big question. If you could design your absolute perfect day from start to finish, what would it look like?
Oh, wow, that's like asking me to describe paradise. Okay, let me think. You know what? My perfect day would definitely start with no alarm clock.
Already love it. No jarring beep, beep, beep to ruin the morning.
Exactly. I'd want to wake up naturally, maybe around 8:30 when my body is actually ready. And here's the thing. The sunlight would be gently streaming through my curtains, not harsh or anything, just warm and golden.
That sounds so peaceful. I can picture it already. What's the first thing you do?
I think I just lie there for a moment, just stretching like a cat and feeling grateful to be alive. No rushing, no. Oh, no, I'm late. Panic,
That's so important. We always underestimate those quiet in-between moments, don't we?
right? And then I'd make myself the most amazing cup of coffee. Not just any coffee. We're talking freshly ground beans, the whole ritual. The smell alone would make me happy.
Oh man, you're speaking my language. There's something almost magical about that morning coffee ritual, isn't there?
Totally. And I'd sit on my balcony, or in my garden if I had one, just sipping and watching the world slowly come to life. Maybe listen to some birds singing. I love that. What about you, Emma? How would your perfect morning begin?
Oh, mine's quite different. I think I'd want to start with some gentle movement. Nothing crazy. Maybe some yoga stretches or just dancing to my favorite song in my pajamas.
Dancing in pajamas. I love that image.
Don't laugh. There's something so freeing about moving your body when no one's watching. It's like saying good morning to yourself.
That's actually beautiful. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing because it sounds so joyful and spontaneous.
Thank you. And then, oh my goodness, I would make the most elaborate breakfast ever. We're talking pancakes with fresh strawberries, maybe some crispy bacon, definitely avocado toast with a perfectly poached egg on top.
Stop it. You're making me hungry. That sounds incredible, though. Very Instagram worthy.
Maybe. But it's not about the photos, It's about taking time to nourish yourself properly without rushing to eat cereal standing up in the kitchen.
Oh, I feel personally attacked. I definitely eat cereal standing up way too often.
I knew it. But seriously, there's something almost therapeutic about cooking when you have time. It becomes creative instead of just survival.
That's such a good point. When you're not stressed about time, cooking transforms into something completely different.
Exactly. So after this amazing breakfast, what would your perfect day adventure be?
I think I'd want to spend some time in nature. Maybe take a long walk through a forest or along a beach, Somewhere with fresh air and natural beauty.
Ooh, which would you choose, forest or beach?
That's tough. You know what? Let's say forest today. I love the smell of pine trees and the way sunlight filters through the leaves. It's like nature's own cathedral.
That's poetic. I can almost smell the pine needles. Would you walk alone or with someone?
Good question. I think alone at first, just to clear my head and really connect with the environment. But maybe later I'd meet up with a close friend or family member.
I love that balance. Some solo time for reflection, then sharing the beauty with someone special.
Right. What about you? Where would your perfect day take you after that elaborate breakfast?
Oh, I definitely want to visit a local farmer's market. You know, strolling between the colorful stalls, chatting with the vendors, choosing the most beautiful tomatoes, and maybe some fresh flowers.
That sounds so community oriented and wholesome. Very Emma.
Is that my brand now? Wholesome, Emma.
In the best way possible. There's something really grounding about connecting with local farmers and seasonal produce.
Thank you. And I love how every tomato and apple has its own story, where it grew, who picked it, what the weather was like. It makes food feel more meaningful.
That's beautiful. You'd probably come home with bags full of ingredients and stories.
Exactly. And then I'd spend the afternoon cooking something simple but delicious with all those fresh ingredients. Maybe a rustic pasta with garden vegetables or a hearty soup.
And would you cook alone or invite someone over?
Oh, definitely invite someone. Cooking is fun, but sharing food, that's where the magic happens. Maybe my best friend or my sister or a neighbor I don't talk to enough.
I love that. There's something about sharing a meal that creates such genuine connection, isn't there?
Absolutely. Some of my favorite memories are around dinner tables, just talking and laughing until way too late.
Same here. Actually, that makes me think. My perfect day would definitely include that kind of meal with friends. Maybe a barbecue in the backyard, very casual and relaxed.
Ooh, yes, with fairy lights strung up and maybe some acoustic guitar music in the background.
Now you're talking. And the conversation would just flow naturally. No phones, no distractions, just people being present with each other.
Those are becoming so rare, aren't they? Those uninterrupted, genuine conversations.
Unfortunately, yes, but that's what makes them so precious when they happen.
Exactly. So we've covered morning routines, nature time, market visits, and social meals. What about the evening? How would your perfect day wind down?
Oh, good question. I think I'd want to watch the sunset from somewhere beautiful. Maybe a hilltop, or even just my balcony if it faces west.
There's something almost magical about sunsets, isn't there? Like nature's daily masterpiece.
That's exactly it. And every sunset is different. Different colors, different cloud formations. It's like the sky is showing off just for you.
I love that perspective. What would you do while watching it?
Probably just sit quietly with a warm drink, maybe herbal tea by then, and feel grateful for the whole day. Maybe reflect on the good moments.
That's so mindful and peaceful. I'm adding sunset watching to my perfect day, too.
Feel free to steal my idea. What would your evening look like?
Well, after that lovely dinner with friends, I think I'd want some gentle solo time. Maybe a warm bath with candles and soft music,
That sounds incredibly relaxing, very spa-like.
right? And then maybe I'd curl up with a really good book. Something that makes me forget about time completely.
What kind of book would Perfect Day Emma choose?
Probably something cozy and heartwarming. Maybe a novel about friendship or travel stories, or even poetry. Something that feeds my soul rather than stresses my brain.
That's perfect. No work-related reading or heavy topics.
Exactly. Just pure enjoyment and escapism. And I'd read until my eyes got naturally sleepy. No forcing bedtime.
I love how both of our perfect days have this common theme of no rushing, no artificial schedules,
Yes, it's all about natural rhythms and actually listening to what our minds and bodies need.
which makes me realize, when was the last time either of us had a day like this in real life?
Oh, wow! That's a sobering question. I honestly can't remember the last time I had zero obligations from morning to night.
Same here. It's kind of sad, isn't it? We're describing these beautiful, simple pleasures, but they feel almost luxurious.
Right? Like having time to make proper breakfast or watch a sunset shouldn't feel like a luxury, but somehow it does.
Maybe that's why this conversation feels so important. We're reminding ourselves and our listeners about what actually makes us happy.
That's such a good point. Sometimes we get so caught up in being productive and busy that we forget about just being.
Exactly. And the things we described aren't expensive or complicated. They're just intentional,
Yes, like you don't need to travel to another country or spend a lot of money to have a perfect day.
right? It's more about mindset and presence than circumstances.
Although, I wonder if part of what makes these days feel perfect is that they're rare. Like, would pancakes feel as special if we made them every morning?
That's a fascinating point. Maybe the contrast with our usual routine is part of what creates the magic.
Exactly. But I also think, couldn't we sprinkle little pieces of our perfect days into regular days?
Ooh, I love that idea. Like, maybe not the full elaborate breakfast, but taking 5 extra minutes to really enjoy your coffee.
Yes. Or taking a short walk outside instead of scrolling through your phone during lunch break.
Or actually sitting down to eat dinner without the TV on.
These are such simple changes, but they could make ordinary days feel more intentional.
It's like taking the best parts of our perfect day fantasy and making them achievable in real life.
I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Like, what if we each committed to adding one perfect day element to this week?
I'm in. What would you choose for this week?
I think I'm going to visit the farmer's market this Saturday and really take my time talking to the vendors instead of rushing through my shopping list.
I love that. I think I'm going to watch at least one sunset this week. Properly watch it, not just glance at it while doing other things.
These feel like such achievable goals, but also meaningful ones.
And you know what? I bet our listeners have their own perfect day ideas brewing right now.
Oh, definitely. Everyone's perfect day would be so different and personal.
Some people might dream about adventure and excitement, maybe hiking a mountain or trying a new sport.
Others might want total relaxation, sleeping in, getting massages, doing absolutely nothing productive.
And some might want to create something, painting, writing, gardening, cooking.
The beauty is there's no wrong answer. Your perfect day should reflect who you are and what brings you joy.
Absolutely. And I love how this conversation started as fantasy but turned into something more practical and inspiring.
Right. We went from daydreaming to actual life planning.
Speaking of practical, should we help our listeners with some vocabulary from today's chat?
Perfect timing. I noticed we used some lovely, natural expressions that would be great to practice.
Let's dive into our vocabulary corner.
Welcome to Vocabulary Corner. This is where we highlight some useful words and phrases that came up naturally in our conversation.
Today we had such a rich discussion about perfect days, and we used lots of beautiful, everyday English expressions. Let's break down some favorites.
First up, streaming in. Michael, you said sunlight would be gently streaming through my curtains. This is such a lovely visual word.
Thanks. When light is streaming in, it means it's flowing smoothly and continuously, like a gentle river of light. You might say morning light streaming through the window or moonbeams streaming across the floor.
Beautiful. Next, let's talk about elaborate. I mentioned making an elaborate breakfast. Michael, what does this word suggest?
Great choice. Elaborate means detailed, fancy, or complex, but in a positive way. An elaborate meal isn't just toast and coffee, it's pancakes, fresh fruit, perfectly poached eggs, lots of special touches and care.
Exactly. Now, here's a fun one we both used. Wholesome. You called my farmer's market idea wholesome, and it's such a warm word.
I love this word. Wholesome means healthy, pure, and good for your well being. Not just physically, but emotionally too. Like baking cookies with your grandmother is wholesome. Reading in the park is wholesome. It's about activities that make you feel good inside.
Perfect explanation. Now let's talk about therapeutic. I said cooking becomes therapeutic when you have time. What does this mean?
Therapeutic means healing or helping you feel better emotionally. When something is therapeutic, it reduces stress and brings peace. You might say gardening is therapeutic for me, or long walks are therapeutic.
Yes, and here's an interesting phrase. Feel personal attacked. You said that jokingly when I mentioned eating cereal standing up.
Right, this is a fun, casual expression. When you feel personally attacked, you're joking that someone's comment hits too close to home. They've described something you actually do. It's a playful way to admit, oops, you caught me.
It's definitely casual English. Now, what about Instagram worthy? You said my breakfast sounded Instagram worthy.
This is very modern slang. Instagram worthy means beautiful enough to photograph and share on social media. But we can use it more generally to mean visually appealing or picture perfect, even if we're not actually posting photos.
Great explanation. And our final vocabulary item is mindful. You describe sunset watching as mindful and peaceful.
Mindful is a wonderful word that means being fully present and aware in the moment. When you're mindful, you're not thinking about your to-do list or worrying about tomorrow. You're completely focused on what's happening right now.
These are all such useful words for describing experiences and feelings. Remember, you don't need to use all of them immediately.
Exactly. Pick one or two that you like and try using them naturally in your conversations this week.
And notice how all these words help you describe not just what happens, but how things feel and why they matter.
That's what makes English so rich and expressive. Ready for our Sunday tips?
Let's do it. Welcome to Sunday Tips. Today, we have something really special for you. A tip that connects perfectly with our perfect day theme.
I'm excited about this one. Emma, you want to share our perfect moments practice?
Yes. So, we talked a lot today about perfect days being rare and special, right? But what if we told you there's a way to practice English that actually helps you notice perfect moments every day?
Ooh, tell us more.
It's called the 3 Good Things practice, but we're going to do it in English. Every evening, think of 3 good things that happened during your day and describe them in English with lots of sensory details.
I love this. Can you give us an example?
Absolutely. Instead of just thinking, I had good coffee, you might say to yourself, this morning I enjoyed a warm, creamy coffee that smelled like chocolate and made me feel cozy and ready for the day.
That's so much more vivid. You're not just practicing vocabulary, you're training your brain to notice beautiful details.
Exactly. And here's the magical part. When you use English to describe positive experiences, your brain starts associating the language with good feelings and gratitude.
So English stops feeling like homework and starts feeling like joy and appreciation.
Right. You could write these in a journal or just say them out loud to yourself, or even just think them quietly.
And it doesn't have to be big, dramatic things, does it?
Not at all. Maybe you describe how the afternoon sunlight looked beautiful on your desk, or how your friend's text message made you smile, or how satisfying it felt to finish a task.
These small moments are everywhere once you start looking for them.
Exactly. And in terms of language learning, you're naturally practicing
Present and past tenses.
sensory vocabulary, colors, smells, textures, sounds,
Emotional vocabulary, how things made you feel.
and most importantly, you're developing your own voice in English. You're not copying textbook sentences. You're expressing your unique experiences and personality.
That's beautiful. And I imagine this practice would help with confidence too.
Definitely. When you regularly practice describing your own life in English, talking about other topics becomes easier and more natural.
It's like you're building a bridge between English and your real life instead of keeping them in separate boxes.
Perfect analogy. Now, we know some of our listeners might think, but what if my English isn't good enough for this?
Great question. Start simple. Even if you can only say, "Today I had nice coffee," that's perfect. The goal isn't perfection, it's connection.
And remember, you're doing this for yourself, not for anyone else. No one's grading you or judging your grammar.
Plus, as you practice, you'll naturally want to express more complex feelings, which motivates you to learn new vocabulary organically.
Exactly. Your curiosity about how to say something leads you to discover new words instead of memorizing random vocabulary lists.
So our Sunday tip is start a 3 good things in English practice. Every day describe 3 positive moments using sensory details and emotional language.
Make English a language of gratitude and appreciation. Let it help you notice the perfect moments that are already hiding in your regular days.
Beautiful. Are you ready to send our listeners off with some cozy encouragement?
I'm ready. Let's wrap up this perfect day conversation with some Sunday love.
And that's a wrap on another cozy Sunday conversation. Thank you so much for spending this time with us, lovely listeners.
It's been such a joy talking about perfect days with you all. I hope this conversation sparked some beautiful daydreams and maybe even some real life inspiration.
You know what I realized during our chat? Your English journey is a lot like creating perfect days. It's not about having everything figured out perfectly from the start.
That's so true. It's about being present with the process, celebrating small victories, and being gentle with yourself when things don't go exactly as planned.
Exactly. Every conversation you have, Etu, every new word you learn, every time you understand a joke or express a feeling, these are all perfect moments in your language learning journey.
And just like our perfect days were built from simple pleasures, good coffee, gentle sunlight, meaningful conversations, your English improvement happens through simple, consistent actions.
A podcast episode here, a chat with a friend there, describing a beautiful sunset in your mind. It all adds up to something magical.
And remember, you don't need to wait until your English is perfect to start enjoying it. Start creating those perfect English moments right now, today.
Whether that's describing your morning coffee in English or writing 3 good things in your journal, or even just listening to conversations like this one.
Every step counts, and every moment of practice is a gift you're giving to yourself.
We're here with you every step of the way, creating this cozy space where you can relax and learn naturally without pressure or judgment.
If today's episode brought you some peace, inspiration, or just a smile, please consider sharing it with a friend who's also learning English. Spread the cozy vibes.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We have so many more cozy Sunday conversations planned for you.
Before you go, I want to challenge you, not pressure you, just gently invite you to add one element of your perfect day to this upcoming week.
Maybe it's taking 5 extra minutes to really savor your morning drink, or going for a mindful walk, or calling someone you care about just to chat.
And as you do it, try describing the experience to yourself in English, not because it's homework, but because you deserve to express your joy in this beautiful language.
Remember, you're not just learning English, you're expanding your ability to connect with people. express yourself, and experience the world more fully.
You're doing something brave and wonderful by learning a new language, and we're so proud of your dedication and courage.
Keep being kind to yourself, keep finding those perfect moments in ordinary days, and keep enjoying this amazing journey of language learning.
Until next Sunday, this has been Cozy English, where we relax, listen, and learn together.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Emma. Take care, beautiful souls, and remember, your perfect day might be closer than you think.
See you next Sunday.